Most people talk about getting rich, but few talk about God's way of managing money. What if I told you the Bible has a financial plan that still works today, even better than most modern finance books? Hey everyone, welcome back to Biblical Wealth and Wisdom. I'm glad you're here. In this video, we'll uncover 5 timeless biblical rules for managing money, rules that lead not just to wealth, but also to peace and purpose. Whether you're trying to pay off debt, start saving, or grow your income the right way, these 5 principles will completely change how you see money. Let's dive in. Rule number 1, acknowledge God as the owner. Psalm 24 verse 1 says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it." That includes your job, your income, your savings, all of it. The first step in biblical money management is realizing this truth. It's not your money. You're a manager, not an owner. When you see yourself as God's steward, you make decisions differently. You start asking, how would God want me to use this? That mindset brings peace and gratitude because it's no longer about control. It's about trust. Rule number 2, work diligently and honestly. Proverbs 14 verse 23 tells us, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. God blesses effort, not idleness. Working hard isn't about chasing wealth. It's about honoring God through excellence. Show up with integrity. Be honest. Do your best in small things. When you're faithful with little, God can trust you with more. If you want biblical prosperity, start with diligence and character, not shortcuts. Rule number 3, avoid debt and live within your means. Proverbs 22 verse 7 says, "The borrower is servant to the lender." Debt creates pressure, and pressure steals peace. The Bible never calls debt a sin, but it does call it bondage. So begin small. Cut one unnecessary expense this week. Cook at home instead of eating out. Every dollar you free up brings you closer to freedom, both financially and spiritually. Remember, God's way leads to freedom, not slavery. Rule number 4, save and plan wisely. Proverbs 21 verse 20 says, "The wise store up choice food and oil, but fools gulp theirs down." In other words, wise people plan ahead. Saving isn't a lack of faith. It's an act of wisdom and preparation. God calls us to be stewards, not spenders. So start small. Save even 10% of what you earn. Build an emergency fund. Plan for the future, but keep your faith in God, not in your bank account. Faith and planning can work together beautifully when you trust God first and manage responsibly. Rule number 5, give generously and cheerfully. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7 says, "God loves a cheerful giver." Generosity breaks the power of greed. It reminds your heart that money is a tool, not a master. When you give, whether to your church, to someone in need, or to a good cause, you're not losing, you're investing in eternity. Every act of giving strengthens your faith and brings joy that money can't buy. True wealth isn't measured by what you keep, but by what you give. Let's recap. Number 1, acknowledge God as the owner. Number 2, work diligently and honestly. Number 3, avoid debt and live within your means. Number 4, save and plan wisely. And number 5, give generously and cheerfully. These 5 rules are more than financial tips. They're a spiritual framework. They turn money from a source of stress into a tool for purpose and peace. Remember this: God doesn't want you to just survive. He wants you to steward well what He has given you. When you manage money God's way, you find freedom, not fear, and purpose, not pressure. If this video helped you rethink how you manage money, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to build wealth with faith, not fear. Next week, we'll dive into what the Bible really says about wealth and prosperity. You won't want to miss that one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.